Hello. Good morning. Yeah, it's still the morning. It is, I forgot the day. It is Friday, April 29th, 2022. Okay, another Sad Boy Poetry Hour. Today I'm going to be reading this book. When I was out at sea, when I was in the Navy, I used to write a lot because I used to get so bored, and it's like the only way not to go crazy. I'm telling you. Yeah, this one's a little deep. A lot of dark stuff. Yeah. Let's get started. I'm just gonna take a sip of my iced coffee because it's really good and I made it and I'm proud of myself. Oh yeah, that's good. That's really good. Jesus Christ. Okay. Alright, let's get started. Alright. I say I'm not a fighter, but indeed I am a biter. I am to seek your bloody feet. Come die in my eye with your last cry. We take color for granted. Some say they love it, but don't take into account the differences it can bring. All color is beautiful. From skin to sky, it truly allows different contributes to take full throttle in this universe. You spent a whole war on me just to lock me away and ask for my help. You are hard to understand, like the ocean, massive and full of mystery. Unpredictable, and sometimes you are beautiful, while other days you are cruel. Why are you like this? Take me back to the world where people don't exist, but life can still flourish. Love is destructive. I'm scared of the future, but also excited. What's it matter when I call you on a weekday and you won't even answer for some reason? I'll just cradle my own self till I cry my sleep towards the dead of night. Can you believe I married a man who filled me with his lust and desire to demand? How strange. Love thy lily and love thy heart, so feeble and fragile. They condone apart. Your hair is fake, yet your heart and mind are real, if not a bit trivial. I once had a dream my own family just disappeared, and I was lonely. Forever again on my own pretend. It's not like reality, where the water is blue. This is my tears from those who abuse. I love the blonde boy. The blonde guy who loves the pain. He loves the pain, enjoys our frames, it's always the same. I drink his blood in virtual reality, yet meeting in streets he kicks the beat. What a real drag. Need a blonde guy like him, just without the illusion of pain. Fake endeavor gives me no pleasure. The taste of your pale lips burns my internal lust. The man with the arms to strangle an ox, the gentleman who puts others first, the son who loves all despite their flaws, the sailor who works from dawn to dusk, the leader with innovation, the friend who takes care of his own. This is the person I once loved, I'll always love, but alas, we're not meant to be. He'll do well and raise a nice family while I watch my life continue in stride. Stand up first, then you can die. It takes poison to quell poison after all. The boy in red creates dread in my head. Let me tell you that you aren't the hottest shit around. If life's a drag, then give me all of them. Oh wait, belay my last. If life's a drug, then give me all of them. Okay, my bad. Some of these are a little off, or if the wording's weird, I apologize. I wrote this 2 years ago. The smell of your breath is revolting, and quite honestly, so is your attitude. Milk goes bad. It's from the cows we homogenize. The honey is stolen from bees we dose up with toxic fumes. What's so good about milk and honey when it never belonged to you? You bear grief and anxiety, yet you can't admit to your own faults or dilemmas inspired by your own conspiracies. How pathetic. You can't expect everyone to understand you on a dime. That selfish thought is why loneliness just became your best friend. Are you stuck in open sand with the horizon of mountains and desert winds that eclipse the grits? Or do you catch yourself amongst the spawn of trees, overgrowth tangling the overhead with only patches of light spotting on and thick wood condensing the area? Just admit you're lost. Either way, you won't find your way out so easily. I shall lick thy salt off of your wound. When it tastes good, however, expect nothing but for me to lance a longing to pierce your hide. They call me Almond because I love being milked, okay? I love me a good redhead with great muscles and perfect complexion. Okay. The wasabi in my nose doesn't hurt at all. What hurts is your lack of attention that should have been poured onto my wounds, scratched open. I don't care if he's shorter than me, just as long as he's beautiful and full of love. Swim with me, my sweet love. We can run into the ocean with only our swimwear. You like my attention, but you never talk to me. The rain will never simmer down. Pray that you can find some peace. It never dials into ease. Apparently we have a crime. Maybe I'm different, but I always care a little. You just crater pieces until you combine the metal. Being friends is such a lie when there is no surprise. Waste this energy on someone vile. Conclude this our own time. Benevolence stirs the wind. I will only see breath so heavy it burns my poor eyes. Lust for you carries no high. I just can't wait to forget you ever existed. The day I forgot you is the same I lost the chip off my shoulder. If you love me hardcore, then don't walk away. Say some slick shit. I'll just confide in my own self-awareness. Stop being a jerk, coward. Stab me with your dignity. Rape me with your pheromones. Let this toxic masculinity indulge you. Yeah, let it be known. I'll have my chance to mentally break you. And you stand no chance. Never say you need me. You just want to use me. How pathetic. Okay. I'm sorry, but things are just not the same. I've met a new person and I played his game. I know I'm in over my head. Maybe the past could have changed thoughts of today, honey, but I won't linger on the times our hearts can talk. I love this new one. He's sweet and cute, plays his charm majestically, so profound and aesthetically. I'll hide in the shade of other people that are powerful and substantial. For when the sun and wind scorch me, at least I may cover my head with the palm of glass. Your shadow keeps me away. I love the guilt, the burden it brings. Please just tell me how you feel. I think you're broken inside, and no one would suspect a thing. You hide it underneath your keel. Also, stop pulling me down with that face you disguise as a frown. They were right about you. Toxic isn't a color, it's a person. Labeled by what we fantasize and want, but can never come to terms with the bite of reality, prestige, and forward. Well, I was trapped inside until I met this guy and he pulled me through the void. Like a hole in space, breaking the time and pace, he was penting this embrace. Okay. This is my lonely streak, backing from the city streets. I used to wander almost any hill and anywhere to fill my inside and purge it with my lust and teal. So lonely, could never be quenched with dull purity. I was always craving, walking, staring. I wanted attention. I'm not better than this. Let me hunt for air and stay alive, but not inside. His cheeks would blush like roses in the winter, and the summer called his name just to burn his soft, pale skin. This is the man we treasure during the month of December, and every other time he appears, he sits on the closed tears. You had me a fool in the bar one time. I'll admit I'm jealous of your cool and sarcastic wit. Once the dream man, I have no dreamy plan to condone or fall into you again. I've lost that taste of sweetness and bitter foil. Now all I have left is sour memories pocketed by their eyes of despair. and I taste nothing, nor see your colors. To me, you have become dull and void. I often find you hidden in my soft-spoken fantasies. You don't belong here. In fact, please just leave me be. The rose bush has been intruded by thistleweed, and the thorns that stagger on the floor prove to be no avail. Accompany me while you put up the hill. I'm patient until I throw you down for a measly pill. To the love of my life. You are visibly perfect to me in ways I can't even understand myself. I truly am mesmerized by your energy and your capability to be independent very often. I feel as though you are closed off emotionally. You're a closet made of ivy and bricks, but those bricks are cracking under your suspense of reality. It's coming to a long stretch of vulnerability. Stop being so mean. You're really sweet and not closeted. I am the smoke black. Okay, we're not reading that one. It's a little inappropriate. Do you ever say they're just fine, but instead you feel this power inside? It's stronger than hate and deeper than love. When people are always around you, however, the tide of emptiness covers all of the crowd. No one can see the conflict. Not the conflict in time. It's called loneliness. Don't want others to carry your always self-wondering and hurting your heart. Doesn't mean much at all when you can't connect with the call. Feel like you're always trying to be liked, just want them to take a bite, but you're no one's favorite flavor. You get left and just foul, left out, just for being who you are. Okay. I really am disconnected from the straits of humanity, but I feel this soft interlude approaching. Is it existential awakening? I understand the world just for the world to sometimes not know what I am. It makes me feel lost inside. I only crave the grace from my own situations. I want love, I want freedom, I want peace. But it's so hard. It's easier to shoot someone than it is to truly understand a person inside and out. It's a burden that humanity bears, hopefully not forever. I am 3 colors, blue, pink, and yellow. Yellow is my external happiness and joy I share with everyone. I love the pride I have and enjoy being kind, respectful. Yellow being me, brightening people's days and brightening myself up, like a sunflower. Pink is my rash and shyness, combined into a perfect singularity that emits from the factless face to feet. I grow pink with stress, anger, and my unstable emotions at times. I love it though. It reminds me that I am human and I have feelings. Blue is my independence. It condones my human interactions. The price is also loneliness. Nothing to give for, nothing to take from. The blue is so bold and strong, but deep inside, the blue is so reminder and push of sadness. A deep and sad, they call it. One can't understand it. It drowns out, but in times it rises from the waters. It is water. It is peace in a sense where I can find myself to be wavy. I don't know why I wrote that, but I really like that. You're scared. I can see it. Can see it, and I will milk it from your internal shell. The identity you burn yourself into with this vial. It's not real. Can you not admit to that world? You're not the one to blame. You're just a fake flower that sits in sunlight. The real colors you carry will bleach over time. Alright. He is the music I want to listen to for the rest of my life, even if others played it over and over. 10th million time, if I play it a 10th million time, I can hear him over and over until the day I hear no more. I like my men how I like my coffee, bitter and strong. On the 27th of April, his finger was cut, sliced in flesh by his foolishness. The knife he bears is no delicate thing, the power of a man with an alpha sense. I don't know about that last one. Okay. I miss Las Vegas and I miss you, honey. I miss talking with you, and most of all, sunrise. The sunrises used to watch. I'm walking down the malls, driving with all the kids down the Eastern Hall. The ship is lost before coming frost. Friendships grown won't even last in stone. Straight boys talk, and some won't even walk. The compass rose, just broken posts. His lonely heart sits still in the lot. Oh wait, hold on. This is my favorite song. I'm the doll that drinks just to get thrown down the stairs. Am I pathetic? No, but I am drunk. Okay. Please let me call your name so they can sing it in the May rain. Cascade my endeavors with pure balanced coke and let it shower these open wounds with carbonated aquafizz. I just want to be pure. I'll starve before I feast on this toxic body of yours. I never wanted you romantically anyway. Okay. So when the flower has dropped its last petal, lie down, for it's time to greet the old man. Your mom was waiting in shallow grove clouds. Stay in the stars and rest easy. It's a green garden up there, where the lesser known value of the green marble stills. I feel numb. I wish to do nothing. All the things come and go like dirt frosted snow with no appreciable value. My emotions feel like dull soda. No more fizz to excite me and entice me with its flavor. What a fucking world. Okay. There's a hole in my body. It's not hungry nor screaming, it's just a regular hole sitting there, with the missing piece that can't be found. Look to the stars for guidance and beauty. While the light is bright, will one day diminish, never to be seen again. Most stars died already, along with the course of their time that will not come back, yet that light lives on in legacy. This old man now, he's all alone. He won't change, he's just a single tone. For when he wants all to bite into him, bite down and eat his flesh, the stupid man is crowned by his intolerant voice and sound. I'm tickled by the thought of human constructs. I live to see him upset and throttled. He's a child that can't interpret his own emotions. It's a game I play and love every minute of it. There's no longer a point where I stand on top of the mountain and wait for you to fly me away. I walk down to sea level and stay focused on running until I breathe my own breath. Sad boys are pathetic. Okay. They just crave attention and love. They can't even love themselves. Wow, okay, well that hit a little deep. The baby lives in shades of blue, blue eyes and every attitude. He lives in California too, along the streets of Malibu. And when he calls, he'll call for me. Well, I love the taste of love and I crave the boys on hold. I got a shine within my hair and I can't ride until my dreams won't hide. Okay. We couldn't hope for a better future when the present has yet to be fixed and past chain us with regret. Hold us with regret. There's no wrong for life being simple creatures of construct have binded themselves into a mindset of complicity. Life is like a river, and letting ourselves go is the hardest part. You have to go with the wash. And when you wash away, the river is all well, for we now exist in another platform of reality, a separate medium. The cycle continues and we never lose the energy. The energy loses itself within us and we move with it. What does it mean when we are lost out at sea? What does it mean when we can't find the screen? What does it mean being deep in the scene? What does it mean when you just have to scream? Stuck in the pink sanded desert with the milk-muted moon, close to the cacti that resemble the hold, a closet of feelings prickled in fear and angst. Marine-gowned ponds dwell on the ocean front, separated from mother. Moss with no home cannot thrive, just you and I. A simple-minded fiend, the world that shadows you and accompanies your soul has become the enemy of the state. You fear control and loss and cannot give in to the trade of equality or fair comparison. Burnt by your own devices, it seems as though you created a fake overture to override the reality that torments your weak brain. So feeble and stubborn to turn to your energy against everything and everyone. The one thing you fear is your own future. Line in with the moments of truth. You are a creature drowning in the hole you dug up. It's so pathetic. Okay, you can shut up. You are lost in the realm of dreams, a place of mystery and absolute chaos, yet everything seems easy. All the possible madness is no threat. Every inch of happiness stimulates bare energy. You've entered the world that exists on all platform of life, yet this dimension on its own constructs a body of reality. In a sense, this is a world with no name, thought, or care. It just happens to be present. I really wrote a lot. Oh my god. Okay. I want you to try something. It's called presence, the feeling of every part of you that constructs your whole body and emotions. First close your eyes and relax and lift your left hand, but don't move it. What's it like inside your left hand? What do you feel? I think I got this from a TV show. I like this one though. I think I wrote it. The power to be present is important. If you let yourself disappear constantly, you won't ever feel anything inside of yourself because you lack the ability to be aware of your own state of being. You can't control influx of emotional overload. Just breathe and be content with your body, yourself as a person, and also yourself as nothing, but the parts that make you whole and high. Vulture culture is dead to the world in times of health and happiness, devoted to evolution and science infrastructure created with the best intent. My eyes stare at the floor as its own painted by the Lord of exquisite taste. My feet are mounted to the floor with the dews of water and sprinkles of gravel from the outside pavements. Every inch of hair on my sitting construct stands tall and frightened from the breath of plural sanctity. You once loved mahogany, but now you live in chartreuse. You're not the same person I knew a long time ago, but I'm also not the same soul you had met in my early state of my life. Okay. I'm devoted to the practice of my time, for when meaning and conclusions are estimated into existence, we resolve inner thoughts with theories of the world, and roads that dwindle into obscurity. For once in our short lives, we should just breathe and sulk in the reality of what makes us present. Okay. I once caught a blue marlin off the coast of Mexico. He was an absolute beast that swam the great sea with skill and gleam. His skin was glittering along the water, as if the water itself was running in a dash of lightning. I pounced on this majesty with a packed force esteemed. I broke his skull into oblivion with the absolute terror I conceived vibrantly. Death was his name. The corpse of the monster now belonged to me. Yet I was consumed. I consumed his flesh. It was so sour and frail. He had no taste. Bland and dull, so sad. So much waste, I have no more quarrel with him. Upon a thread of dying music, I still hear the beat of your heart, and how it spoke to me in times of despair. The curse is lifted. Lay your thick-handed nature on me again, and I shall snap as a dragon rat born from this home, from my womb and cradle in my mind. I'm sorry, I messed that one up. I condone this bitter shield posted by a jealous man. They said it was an ugly thing, and I believed the words of virtue. Yet this angst, this unbridled rage burns a hole. The hole I had numbed to now scorches with anger and passion. Sown by coal and oil, combusted onto the paths of tonal dissonance, I am the beast to burden who barks in itself upon rivalry. Fear me, coward. Okay. I'll pick you up, but only when you're allowed to leave your heart out and let me touch it. I miss the desert and I miss you, babe. I was drinking with you on Friday nights with the whole squad. I always missed the bonfire smell and flame. It burned great memories in my frail skull. Don't leave me just so fast, and you can wake up. The secret signs of absolute solitude and singularity remind me of tonal concrete, power with hints of towered foliage and weathered and hysterical rain. Ooh. You should never come between a man and all his dreams. You should really have known your place. I hear about guys a lot and their future ideas, cute dreams of children and marriage, believed to be that I will never experience that kind of love or affection. My nature drives me down a lonely path of creeping emptiness, where flowers smell wonderful but you can't see them. It's an illusion that blinds my senses. I have nothing to look forward to right now except the release of freedom. All I want is happiness and love, yet everyone wants to confide in each other's relationships. Blueberry mountains and corpse-laid masses, endearing to all but you. Four-folded note cards in the rapture of heathens craved by the lords unknown. It's a new style, a riot pile, and I never got the name. It's a poor man of the human band, and the ego of death burns into my skin. These boned antlers enrage us, they terrify thy neighbors. The sadistic twist of bourbon poured all over her tits. I spy in a new dark eye, I cry, just like the mothers who used to lie. In my head, I envision you with birds and flowers, while you stand on top of the tower burdened by the thought of loneliness. It's a splash, cold delirium, and a bold stash inquire. I have the patience to soak it out, breathe your tears from my nose about. I wake up with a view of crescent light. It's a new room, new moon, a whole new fight. Just not imagine our fantasy, really feel like maybe this can be a steal. I want to dance the track, perhaps sit on this lap in the sound of lemon licking paving cream. I want to break this line and collapse to the end of all time. Make me creep and steal your savory sweet Von Keel. Okay. I remember you well, from your metal ship hell. You were broken and cold, yet so sweet, making rude jokes while I stood my ground strong and my course to play never did come. You were the reasons I swung from afar, I was running you deeper inside. But I held on to you, love, as if nothing so strong, and I chased you until my fateful song. I fall into you, babe. Whatever I say, we were mean, but both lonely on Mars. And to you, babe, nothing you say will change my head. I'm set on your pointless false ends. If the song won't play, then why even think about it anymore? I'm fond of our fickle kinship. You harbor the soul sadness with your own realm of majesty. If he's an aggressive man, can I just understand the reason why he always gets hurt? I'm already hurt, babe. Who broke you to the point where you stand amongst the broken glass and speak to no one from your heartfelt past? Some creatures are born toxic and they can't help it. Best to keep your distance and let them mingle with their people. You feel so isolated. Do you understand my wrath? We lose our minds all throughout the end of time to find meaning of life, all about presence and feeling. The past was fine and dandy, reminisce and enjoy its mist, wish to be born then again, but can't find gleam. If you singe the same at present time and close your mind, live the now and forget your how. It'll be too late before you even skate. I say this a lot about him and everything. Love. And the way he talks and lives, he can be anything. A lover, a friend, a believer, a follower. He's a flower internally that exists prematurely to find his soft spot. I dig at him perpetually. He's mean and cold to his play, but can't back up his sound. I love him despite his flaws inside and out. Even if it doesn't work out, I'll meet someone else. My baby comes around to talk about his under pleasures, spending all his money to obtain his love in sordid fixtures. Dear future husband, I know you're out there in this cruel world, especially in the heat of the past events. We haven't met yet, maybe, but when our souls encounter, we will be legendary. Stay strong, love. I know we are both lost, but we will be a time when the storm passes and our eternal sun shall rise on the pastures of everlasting love. Okay. Took a ride to the storefront central. Never captured that friendly find. I walked down the main street in Burgundy for the train. That was random. My name is Armstrong, and I really think I'm hot shit. Scratch that. I really ain't shit. My mind's all over the place. In the gutter. Like Okay. Like someone I stutter. The phantom of love, spectre of hearts, I walk in the parks and sob in the dark. A vision passes my mind when I rest. It is dreary and melancholy, paused only for false temps of lonely cacophony and truly unrelatable or separate sprayed in doses of fragrant blooms, dreams of blush-white roses decaying in dead winter, and nothing has changed. Neither your emotion or unbearable devotion. Can you smell the radiant jasmine beckoning from the stubborn skin? Isn't it lovely? Oh, this one's nice. I want to paint your walls, the color of my eyes, the fresh bound paint to go with the antique white furniture. Throw pillows so delicately woven with Turkish designs and patterns so bohemian, speaking to the room in a breath of new life. I need this room to feel soft and warm. You are everything I could ever imagine or touch or virtue. I forget how dense you are, like horizontal lined wood flooring glazed in a thick lacquer that almost smells like honey. Your charm is above my own. I dig it. You dig me, and I love the embrace. The tendril hand is laid upon me with grace and sudden solitude. Pleather, gilded touch and solemn sounds. I writhe in desperate soul-seeking release. Brain digits grow smaller and bitter. Whip me with umbilical binds and pasture me until he is refined. The heart's mandible shall stretch untamed. As I enter the edifice of turbine exclusion, dial me in belief before I've gone for intrusion. I think this might be the last one. I love the blonde guy across the street. He always stares at me on the tips of his seat. We wake at dawn to play each other's favorite songs. I kiss his hand, I sing for my man, and soon he will be my groom. Good. That was my notebook. Like I said, a lot of those I wrote when I was out at sea. It gets pretty lonely, and I was kind of in a dark place. Still figuring some shit out, personally, emotionally. I feel like writing's one of the really good ways I can, express myself. Talk about how I feel. It's kind of hard to understand yourself when all you do is just, disappear into the void, But, yeah. Thank you for listening. Like and subscribe, please. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. It's beautiful here in Los Angeles today. And be safe. Take care. Bye, guys. Thank you so much.